have been presenting this award since 2010 to Nigerians that have been doing very well in their various fields. This year, our chairman, Mr. Kawadi now said, the deputy MD of this said, it's time the award. When we now went on and we went through your profile so that we have been doing very well for the ceremony for Nigeria, for the insurance industry. So we now decided, quarterly, and we said, okay, we want to present the award. And that's why we had to do on your birthday to present the 14th Man of the Year award to you, Mr. Lekan Ajisafe, the MD Post Assurance Brokers, in recognition of your outstanding excellent contribution to insurance for the development of Nigeria. Congratulations on behalf of our board chairman and the entire staff of Young Achievers. I present this to you as a Man of the Year, the 14th Man of the Year, 2023.
Thank you very, very much.
Congrats.
I really appreciate. In fact, this is one of the most cherished awards that I can actually, say that I've ever received. I really appreciate. Thank you, Young Achievers Nigeria magazine.
Yes,
and thank you to the board, board of trustees or board of directors, the chairman. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Well, when we do our work, we're not expecting any recognition. We're just doing our own best. We're trying to, contribute our own little quota to development of Nigeria, to development of our country, our industry. We actually operate in the insurance industry. This is the brokerage subsector of the industry. And then, well, we didn't know people are taking note of what we're doing. And then, so yeah, what has been coming, but this is, this is very cherished and most appreciated. Thank you very much. Well, my name is Lekan Ajisafe, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Post Assurance. I also chair the board of and the management of the company. I started my career off as an insurance underwriter, then with Elmark Assurance. In those days, Elmark used to be at Alaga House, Butemeta. Shortly after graduation from University of Lagos, I studied insurance as my major, and then from there, just a bubbly young insurance graduate. It was just determined to hit the world of insurance and make a mark in my career. So from Elmark, I had a brief stint with GoldLink Insurance. These are all insurance companies. And then from there, I had an opportunity to cross to the brokerage subsector of the insurance industry. I had the first experience stint with GoldLink. Then I was serving in Warri, Delta State, actually. And then from GoldLink, so then I moved from, that's after GoldLink, then I moved back to Lagos. Then as to the brokerage subsector, I had a brief stint with a company called Fresh Guarantee Risk Solution. I was the head of business development at that time, and also manager, marketing manager. So from there, and then I moved to Capstone. There's a company called Capstone Insurance Broker. I was the general manager. From the general manager, as one of the youngest general manager in the market as of that time, and I got promoted as the managing director within a very short time with my performance at that time. You agree with me that insurance broking is one of the insurance marketing, one of the toughest, product to market, and then we're just there with, we just want to get it done. There's no limitation. There is nothing like no in our dictionary. Our own is just to do the work. And then I worked with Capstone. I think I was in Capstone for about 6 years, as the MD, CEO then. Then myself and some friends, we came together, to take over the operation, rather to reinvest into post assurance brokers. Then I joined post assurance, and then after joining post assurance, then the rest is history. That has been the journey. I think so far now I've been here in the helms of affair of post assurance. This is going to be about the 13th year. Yeah, so what we've tried to do in our own little way to improve the penetration of insurance is, number one, okay, provide good services. Okay, number two, the services doesn't just stop from giving a prompt responses to your customers when they call you. Of course, with that you have to employ technology. You have to employ. You have to give a very good, up-to-date, to records to your customers. You have to actually be, up and running, up and doing in providing your services to your customer. Then secondly, okay, claim settlement, prompt claim settlement. As an insurance broker, you have to make sure that your customers are always happy. You have to work with credible insurance companies. Well, we are insurance brokers. We are like intermediaries. So our role is to make sure that customers that are buying insurance are happy and they get their ultimate benefit, for buying that product. So lastly, what we have done or we are doing in post assurance is to be a very good ambassador of the industry. The way we appear, we don't believe in doing things the old way. It's not, insurance shouldn't be done like a business of, paupers. Let me use that word in quotes. The way you sell your product, that's the way people will receive it. The way you yourself you appear, to your customers, very important in giving image. Yes, so in giving that confidence to your customers, you have to appear very smart. That's why our staffs here they are all well paid, they are well exposed, well trained. So our staffs here can compete with any staff of any industry, anywhere in any industry, all over the world. So that's our number one gain, USP, that I can tell you that we have achieved in further penetrating the market. Because we believe that if I appear anywhere and I bring out my card and I introduce myself as an insurance broker, I'm sure you are going to you are going to be happy to deal with me. Unlike before or in the past, when an insurance broker or an insurance marketer appears to you, you don't even want to sit next to him. Okay, so it's very, very key. It's very, very important. So what we have done in doing that is whatever income we make in our operations, our commission, we plow back a very large part of it, in building the business into the system, in building our staff, our human capital, our IT. In this company, we have a very, very big budget for IT infrastructure. We have our server room, and then all our data are backed up in cloud, as well as we have our data room where we store our data, and our customer data is very, very key. We don't joke with it. We are very big on the data protection. We sign up to so many of these, and we've invested a lot in that. So if you ask me what are my contribution to the insurance penetration, I'll tell you it's endless, and it's some are tangible, some are intangible, in terms of how we spread our news out there, the way we sell our products, the way we do our campaigns, our adverts. It's really important. So at the end of the day, it's not just the bankers, it's not just the big insurance companies that will be heard or known, but they will also know about these insurance brokers, that are selling good products. Yeah. So far, we've not been doing badly in Nigeria in terms of foreign investment in the insurance, industry. The last count in about 10 years, within the last 10 years now, I can count at least about 7 or more international or multinational insurance companies that has come in to invest in our industry, which is a very positive sign. I think it's a very good sign. It's a positive sign. It's also a sign that our insurance industry in Nigeria is very, very healthy and is growing. And again, the market has been growing at a minimum of 15 to 20% year in, year out for the past 5 years. That's a testament, to the growth of the market. So that's what is attracting this foreign investment. And then I must say, the investment you're talking about is not only in the insurance underwriting side. We've also seen a lot of multinationals come in to actually set up insurance broking, outlet in Nigeria. In the last count, we have about the last 5 years, about 2 or 3 of them have come. These are multinational, multi-billion-dollar insurance broking firms, that are, international based, some in the UK, some from the US, some from Middle East. They're actually here in Nigeria. Post-assurance broker, we've also been approached in, 1 or 2 or several occasions, by some of these big international firms, to invest in our company. But our vision is quite different. We don't believe in, subsuming our business into another international firm. We believe we can grow organically and also grow into that international and also compete with these foreign firms. So that's our own vision in post-assurance. Challenges? Oh, a lot. Competitions, I'll say competitions. So there's this saying that the reward of good work or hard work is more work or more troubles. Okay, I had troubles to it because it's not just work. Because when you do good job, when you are probably doing something that is unique, you are definitely going to be out in the glare. You are going to be in the eyes of a lot of people. Most of your competitors don't believe it's possible, but you are getting it done. So they're not going to be happy. Some of them have been in the market even beyond, way ahead of you. And then they just feel like, how is it possible? But it's possible actually, it depends on where you're coming from. So yeah, the challenges are there, but with our professionalism, with our doggedness, our ethics, and all our core values, there's no challenges that is too much for us to surmount. Unique selling point for us is our services to our customer. For us here, customer is key. Okay, we go extra mile to get our customer, job done, to make them happy. Sometimes we even have to give up our own, income, our commission, just to get our customer happy and make sure that they at the end of the day, they smile, they go away with a very good impression. Yesterday I came into the office, we entered into a meeting whereby a customer that complained, it's an international customer actually. So we gave up all our earnings on that and we even made a refund to them. And after the meeting, and they said, look, we're coming back with all our vessels, all our this and that, and they're bringing it back to you. And that's a very, very positive take home for me. I am not, the type that will just go for the income alone. But I think your customer must be happy. And then secondly, compliance to regulations. We are operating in a very highly regulated market as an insurance broker. We have National Insurance Commission, that's our premier regulator. We make sure that we keep our books open. We do things according to the rule of the NICOM. And then also we have the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers. It's also a body that we subscribe to. That's also a regulator. We make sure we do everything and then keep our best at all times. So that's the way we, we've always, get our job done here. Good question. Already we're outside Nigeria. I must tell you that. I mean, we have a subsidiary in the UK, and then our vision for the company in the next 5 years is to be one of the global leading insurance provider. And then when I say global now, not limited to Nigeria, but I'm talking about international. So that's why we open our London office, and we also have some trade offices, in West Africa, after Nigeria, I think in Cameroon, and we also have some other locations. But our main international office is in London, and then from there we believe we are going to definitely spread, and then we're able to, be a truly international company. Yeah, so the insurance companies can be relevant in a number of ways, just to keep providing insurance services. We're not where we should be yet as an industry. A lot needs to be done. I believe if most of the companies can do like what Post Insurance is doing now, without being too conservative, we need to be out there. We need to spread our news. We need to get involved with a lot of, campaigns, activities, support events, do CSR. These are things that put you in the faces of the public. If you don't do that, there's no how they will know what you are doing. They might not even know you exist. And if you are doing 10,000, by the time you are out there, you are able to spread your news. I'm not saying we should just be doing marketing senselessly, but there are some strategic, campaigns you can do. By the time we do that, then the public will know we exist. They will know what we're doing. Some insurance companies that I know are doing great stuff in terms of claims payments, good services to their customers, but they are just not maybe spreading their news. They are not there maybe doing that strategic campaigns. That is the only way you can put your face into the market. But if you don't do that, sorry, maybe they will know you one or a few occasions that you have your customers talk about you if you are doing good job. But you need to also tell your stories. If you don't tell your stories, like they say, nobody's going to tell your stories the way you can do it. Well, Unilag is, like you said, my alma mater. Without Unilag, I probably will tell you I might not be where I am today. Unilag gave me the training. I learned the rudiment from Unilag, and then before I hit the wall. So I don't joke with that brand. I'm one of the few people that are so passionate about the brand Unilag, and we always try every time to do what we can. If you ask me, we've been very, very active in University of Lagos. Recently, my company donated the 2 basketball courts to the university before the Noga game. And we just did a refurbishment like about a month ago for the next African University Games or so, that's been co-hosted by Unilag and LASU. In addition to that, we have some projects that are in the pipeline. We're talking to the university management, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola. She's a very good leader, very good administrator. So we've we've made up our mind that we'll definitely support the university, support our administration. And personally, I'm also a member of the National Executive Council of Unilag Alumni Association, the worldwide association, the national body. So what more? Any opportunity to give back and to do more, I'm always looking forward to it. Okay, so this is the way it is. I tell my young entrepreneurs, my mentees or whoever I'm talking to, yes, the economy is down. It's improving anyway, but we're not there yet. But so what I always tell my mentee is, don't destroy your reputation before the economy gets improved. Because a lot of people now will tell you they have excuse to do whatever they like. Some of them don't care. You can't entrust the little things in their hands. They either mess it up, all in the excuse of, oh, there's no money, so I have money, I have to use it. Some, you cannot invest in them. If you invest money in them, they will always squander it. Some, they lack character. They can't even sit down in a good sitting where you think a good entrepreneur should be able. I'm looking for the right word now. Yeah, so they're just not there. You can't find trust within the society any longer. When we were younger, I recall when I was a youth corper, as a youth corper that was serving, the company I served, the manager of that company, the branch of that company, whenever he travels, he's going on a vacation with his family. I cannot forget this. He's still alive. The wife supermarket, it's a mini supermarket, okay? When they travel out for holiday, as soon as the woman travels, the entire collection of the sales and the management of that supermarket automatically rests on. It's not my job. I work in an insurance company. But this man trusts me to the extent that whenever they're going for holiday, himself and his wife, I'm not part of that business, but they'll tell me, Lekan, you are the one that will go there every day and check the record, make sure, check the money, and they will hand over the money to me. I'll go and deposit cash at the bank for them till they come back. And I think I've done that like 3 times before I left that company. So some of our youth today, you cannot even trust them. You can't. You can't trust them with the little things. And those are the times that I was really, really at my lowest ebb. So it's not a matter of, oh, I have enough. I have reasons to. Is it when you have to take the cash to the bank and you are still hungry? Is it when you don't even know what you're going to eat tomorrow, but you have somebody's money with you? You have to understand that this money is not your own. It's somebody's money. You have to put. So, number 1, building characters. Number 2, integrity. Number 3, values, good values like honesty. You can name it. So, this is what I think the youth of these days, diligence. Some are working now. Even if you want to be an entrepreneur, you're working as a paid employee. Make sure what you have now, the work you are doing, make sure you do it well, because the reference will be there when you're leaving that post to another post. Even when you start your own business, you go and market your product, and here you meet somebody who knows you from where you work, and they'll be like, okay, that boy, okay. You'll not even be there when they'll be talking about you. But it doesn't mean that some people will not have their own reservation about you. But trust me, when you are very, very diligent, wherever they're talking about you, even when they're talking about you in a ill form, some people that knows you, that knows your values, they will come there and say, no, that's not the guy. And that was, differentiates people. And that is actually the major impetus for success. Okay? I will always tell people, when I was starting my own career, I had no godfather. Nobody ever said, oh, go to so place, go and pick that job. I don't even know anybody to speak for me for promotion. But my work keeps speaking for me till I get that career progression. So these are all important factors that a young upcoming entrepreneur need to imbibe, in their journey of success or journey of life. So when you have all that, when you do your work, be diligent, be honest, be truthful, be, I've talked about diligence, honesty, truthfulness, trust. When you have all that, leave the rest. The economy might be bad. Within that bad economy, when things are tough, that's when it makes more difficult for people to look to, then to make it more imperative for people to be looking for those qualities. Okay, that is when they will now, because we can't afford to waste our money to get that position or to employ that manager or to have people that want to invest in. We need people that have all these qualities. So it is very important that we build that character. Then after building the character, every other thing will happen, whether now or later. Okay, once in a while I try to do exercise. Like this morning, I just came out of gym before I came here for this meeting. And then I also play golf when I have spare time. Beyond that spare time, I think I'm more of a people's person. I like to always be around my very few close friends, and then we always just leisure, chit chat, talk, laugh, and that's it. And then sometimes, we travel, because I always travel anyway. So I try to put fun in my job as I'm moving, for meetings, for conferences, outside the country. I try to just put in some fun into my business activities. So that's what I do in my leisure. I'm happily married and I have 3 children. And then journey of life, well, it has not been rosy. I'll tell you, in this Lagos, I was once a conductor. People will not believe that. And I've sold pure water in Lagos, and I have what else? So sometimes when people come to me and give excuses why they are not doing the right thing, it's very difficult for me to take excuses, because I've been there and I've seen it. There's nothing in this world. I was born in Bariga and I grew up in Bariga. So if I tell you where I was born, then you will understand when I tell you that I've been there. So all you just need to do is always think about your future. Always think about your name, your family name, whatever challenges you're facing. It is not an excuse for you to destroy that name. It is just a phase. Like they used to say, tough time never lasts, only tough people do. And Lagos, we are Lagosians, and like they say, our resilience, our spirit of resilience is always in us. It's imbibed in us. So we have to always, work and then make sure that you don't get broken by any challenges. So whatever you're going through, don't let that, like I used to say, don't let it break you. Don't let it make you, do things that will forever taint your family name. So, talking about journey of life, well, I will say God has been very grateful to me. I thank God for my successes. I thank God for my family, good health. And beyond that, I would say it has not been all rosy, like I said earlier. So there have been challenges, once in a while. But what makes you tick and what makes you what you are is that ability to surmount those challenges. Challenges will come. There's no how you can run away from that. Challenges will always come. But when you are strong, when you are tenacious, when you are determined, when you are bold, like the word that has recently, taken over our sphere, that's fearless. A lot of us have always been fearless, even before people start talking about that word. You have to be fearless. Anything you face your challenges. When you face your challenges, and you realize that your challenges is a coward, he will run away. So when you don't want to face the challenges, I am not trying to cast aspersion to some of our youth that are running out of Nigeria now in the name of Japa. I'm not saying it's bad, but by the time they go, take 5 years, 10 years from their age, and by the time they come back, the people they left here, they are not going to be the same position. That has happened to us. This is not the first Japa syndrome that we've seen. In our own days when we were just like about 30, 35 years ago, a lot of people were running out of country. They were running in droves. Though it's not the time of social media that it's all over the news. I can tell you that most of the people that left during that time, now, some of them are finding their way back anyway to quickly reintegrate. Those that could not reintegrate, they are actually regretting it. So if you have missed that jackpot opportunity, just thank your God and thank your star. I missed that opportunity. About 20-something years ago, I was desperate to leave this country. Everywhere I go, they refuse my visa, including the US, UK. I don't know that's God's plan for me. And I was forced to live in Nigeria, to work in Nigeria, and to grow in Nigeria before I start traveling out. And then start bringing the white people into the country on my invitation. So I'll tell people that sometimes it's not meant for everybody. Sometimes you have to be here so that you don't regret. So, you're talking about journey of life. I really want to sound a little bit, more of I just want to try and be encouraging to the young people and to make sure that we all have to build this country. There is opportunity in this country. If you know how many Chinese are here, if you know how many Indians are here, Lebanese, Americans, Britons, if you know how many of them in this country, as I'm talking to you now, forget about all the security reports they will always, send out from the US Embassy or the UK Embassy. It will not stop their citizens from coming to Nigeria because they are making money here. This country is very rich in resources, in human capital, everything you can think of. So let us just relax. Let's go through it together. It's all a phase. By the time the economy bounces back, even within the bad economy, some people are going to become millionaires. After that, by the time the economy improves, a lot of people are going to become rich. This message might be for somebody. That's what I passed through. So I just want to encourage our youth to do that. Wishes from myself, okay. I just want to thank God again for seeing another year. God has been very, very faithful. We've won battles. We've made progress, from some um, on some strange, areas we've been able to conquer where people have failed in the past. So we just have to thank God for that. And I want to wish for myself greater times, good health, long life, happiness in my marriage, success all around, and then every other dreams that I still have, that they all come true. Thank you very much.